Hello, and welcome to Fluent Path. I'm Sarah, and I'm happy you're here today. Thank you for joining me for another episode on your journey to fluent English. In our last episode, we met Alex and Emma for the first time. They introduced themselves, talked about where they were from, and shared why they wanted to learn English. Today, we're meeting them again. This time, they'll talk about something we all have: our daily routine. Before we begin, here's a question for you. What do you usually do after you wake up? Don't answer yet. Just think about your morning. Maybe you drink coffee. Maybe you have breakfast. Maybe you go to work or school. Listen carefully to Alex and Emma and see how they talk about their daily routines. Let's begin.
Good morning, Alex. How are you today?
Good morning, Emma. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm great. You look much more relaxed today.
I am. I'm not as nervous as yesterday. I feel more comfortable now.
That's wonderful to hear. So tell me, what does a normal day look like for you?
Well, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. I get up, brush my teeth, and take a shower. Then I have breakfast.
That sounds like a good start to the day. What do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have eggs, bread, and a cup of coffee. Sometimes I eat fruit too. What about you?
I usually have yogurt, fruit, and tea. I don't drink coffee very often.
Really? I can't start my day without coffee.
A lot of people say that. What do you do after breakfast?
I go to work. I work until 5 in the afternoon. When I get home, I have dinner with my family. Then I study English for about an hour.
That's great. Studying every day is a good habit.
I'm trying to improve little by little.
And you're doing a great job. Do you exercise during the week?
Yes, I usually go for a walk in the evening. Sometimes I go to the gym. It helps me relax.
That sounds healthy. What time do you usually go to bed?
Around 10:30. I like to get enough sleep. What about you?
I usually read a book before bed. Then I go to sleep around 11.
That's a nice routine. Maybe I should read more and spend less time on my phone.
That's a great idea. Small habits can make a big difference.
That was another natural conversation. Did you notice something? Alex and Emma didn't use difficult words. They spoke slowly, clearly, and naturally. That's exactly how real conversations often sound. Now think about your own day. Do you wake up early? Do you drink coffee or tea? Do you study English in the morning or in the evening? You don't need long answers. Simple English is good English. In the next part of today's episode, we'll listen again. This time, I have a listening challenge for you. Can you remember what Alex eats for breakfast? And what does Emma do before she goes to bed? Let's find out together. Welcome back. Now it's time for today's listening challenge. Before we listen again, here are 2 questions for you. Question 1. What does Alex usually have for breakfast? Question 2. What does Emma usually do before she goes to bed? Listen carefully. Don't worry if you miss a word or two. Just enjoy the conversation. Let's listen.
Alex, it sounds like you have a busy day. Do you ever have time to relax?
Yes, I do. After dinner, I like to sit on the balcony for a few minutes. Sometimes I just enjoy the fresh air. It helps me clear my mind.
That sounds peaceful. I usually relax by reading a book. Reading helps me forget about work for a while.
What kind of books do you like?
I enjoy mystery novels, but lately I've been reading books about different cultures. I think it's interesting to learn how people live around the world.
I like that idea. Maybe I should start reading in English, even if it's just a few pages every day.
That's a great habit. You don't have to read a lot. Reading a little every day is better than reading a lot once a month.
You're right. I'm learning that small daily habits make a big difference.
Exactly. Learning English isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent.
I like that. Being consistent is more important than being perfect.
Absolutely. And you're already building a good routine. Just keep going.
Now let's talk together. I'll ask you some questions. Answer using your own information. Ready? What time do you usually wake up? Very good. Now, what do you usually have for breakfast? Excellent. Do you drink coffee or tea? Nice. Now answer this question. What do you usually do after work or school? Take your time. Try to use a full sentence. Wonderful. You're speaking more English than you think, and every sentence you say makes you more confident. Here's today's English tip. Listen carefully. We often say, I usually, I sometimes, I always. These words help us talk about habits. For example, I usually wake up at 7. I sometimes go to the gym. I always brush my teeth before bed. Try using one of these words today when you speak English. They're simple, natural, and very useful. In the final part of today's episode, we'll review today's most useful vocabulary. Then I'll give you one final speaking challenge. By the end of today's episode, you'll be able to describe your own daily routine in English with confidence. Let's finish strong. Welcome back. You've done a wonderful job today. You listened carefully, you answered questions, and you spoke English out loud. That's exactly how you improve. Before we finish today's episode, let's review some of the most useful words and expressions you heard today. Don't worry about memorizing everything. Just listen, understand the meaning, and try to use these words in your daily life. Let's begin. The first expression is wake up. To wake up means to stop sleeping. For example, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. Now you try. What time do you usually wake up? Great. Our next expression is have breakfast. For example, I have breakfast with my family, or I usually have breakfast at 8. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. Now think about your breakfast. What do you usually have? Excellent. The next expression is go to work. Alex said, I go to work after breakfast. If you're a student, you can say, I go to school. Simple and natural. Next, study English. Alex studies English every evening. Even 30 minutes a day can make a big difference. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Our final expression today is go to bed. Emma usually goes to bed around 11. Going to bed early helps you feel fresh the next morning. Now ask yourself, what time do you usually go to bed? Very good. Now let's put everything together. Imagine I'm meeting you for the first time. I ask, tell me about your daily routine. Can you answer? Try using simple sentences. For example, I usually wake up at 7. I have breakfast. I go to work. I study English in the evening. I go to bed at 10:30. Now it's your turn. Pause the podcast if you need more time. Speak slowly. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. Excellent work. Every sentence you speak helps you become more confident. Before we say goodbye, let's remember what we learned today. Today, you learned how to talk about your daily routine. You learned useful expressions like wake up, have breakfast, go to work, study English, go to bed. You also learned how to talk about habits using I usually, I sometimes, and I always. These simple expressions are used every day by English speakers around the world. Keep practicing them until they become natural. Now, here's a little challenge for you before our next episode. Tomorrow, try to describe your daily routine in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just use 5 simple sentences. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And in our next episode, Alex and Emma will talk about their families. You'll learn how to introduce your family members, describe people, and use everyday English in another natural conversation. You won't want to miss it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I'm Sarah, and this is Fluent Path. Remember, every conversation makes you a little stronger. Every episode brings you one step closer to fluent English. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep learning, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.